as far as I know, you worked a lot in Europe. And do you think that there is any chance or any opportunity for European countries and for European players to compete with best Chinese and best Japanese players now?
So when I was a national coach in Austria, I practiced 3 times with Chinese national team because we practiced together preparation to the World Championship 3 times. And the table tennis was not so fast like now from table, but they are more professional than in Europe. I cannot compare all organization, practice, coach, how many players working with the coach, the analyzer, and everything is more professional. I don't see that European has so professional organization, even one country, or all European work together. I don't see that European work together because the big countries like German and French, they work separate, and after very difficult to organize in Europe, central camp or central long project against China. This is, I don't think so, that China or Asia, we can say no Asia, we are not so good like Asia.
So you think that this distance, this gap from Chinese to Europe, it will be bigger?
Asia to Europe is bigger.
Asia to Europe, yes.
Yes.
Asia to Europe will be bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger.
And we have, you see no chance for Europe to make any steps?
Because don't work together, Europe.
So the only possibility is to join together? Like
Yes. Because the system is different. If you see Japan, also China and Korea, first priority the national and international, so national team and the international World Championship, Asia Game or Olympic Game. Here, first priority in Europe to get the money from the club. And the club money is most important, like the high priority, the international World Championship and the Olympic Games. And then federations doesn't work together with the club enough. They work something together, and this is not enough. If you see it in China, you have the China team, professional team, in August and 1.5 months and finished. After they are free for the national team. National practice and everything from October till World Championship, everything, they do what the national federation say. After, they must make full preparation. In Europe, you start with the club. Club don't give permission to go to international, but the player cannot do nothing because they need the money. And this is the problem. And this is also one point why Asia more gap
between the other world.
Yes.
So the only chance for Europe is to be unified.
For Europe, I think is a chance if the free times for the best players, 18, 20 years, the best players together to work, I think 1 year, 2 months, different time together, and professional preparation, technique, correction, everything what is the best in the future to make, but it must organize the European Table Tennis Union. For East countries, West countries is the best, without protection, really the best talents, and after maybe we can come step by step to
closer to Asian
yes.
players. But
This is my opinion.
But what do you think in terms of not politics, not money, but in terms of preparation, in terms of training process? Is there any opportunity to beat this Chinese system, which they have a lot of playing hours, a lot of practice, a lot of coaches? So before Sweden could compete with Chinese. Even Chinese team was very strong, and they paid a lot attention to table tennis on different levels, on the club levels, on the government levels. But still, Sweden was able to compete against China because they have different style, different way of practicing.
So you speak.
I'm talking whether should Europeans copy Chinese way of training, or they should create something their own.
So if we speak about the Sweden generation beat China about 20 years ago,
Exactly.
Karsai, Persson and
Werner.
Wallner, and before Hungary beat,
Yes, before Hungary
my
beat.
country beat China also, but this is about 79 we beat China, Hungary. It was 40 years ago almost. What's happened in these 40 years? 40 years, why first Hungary can beat China? Because the Hungarian players made a revolution in table tennis, new style of table tennis. The rotation and the Chinese players played half with pimples. Some players played with penhold, rotation, the table, but the revolution made Hungary. Also, the Sweden generation made revolution in table tennis. They played both sides very good, and in that time, the Chinese make focus only for the forehand topspin serve, and after forehand topspin, almost all the table. After Sweden beat them, this 2000, I remember in Kuala Lumpur in the team, Jürgen win 2 matches against China. And after 2003, my player Schlager beat the Olympic champion and world champion, and after he was the world champion in table tennis, but his table tennis was very much variable, mixed everything, and unbelievable good feeling. I don't think so that now with this ball is possible to play the table tennis what he played. This is also is very much changing and more faster everything. I think we need time with these new balls, plastic balls, and to find a good relation between the fast play, between the feeling, and between the plastic materials, I think.
So we have to adjust first to the material, and then we have to decide which way to go.
What's happened, yes.
What's happened.